Muchos creen que solo en México hay carne fresca, pero déjame decirte algo. Aquí en Estados Unidos también hay carne súper fresca. Calidad, sabor y frescura sí existen aquí. Eso sí, tuve que manejar un poquito afuera de mi pueblo para encontrarla, pero valió la pena. Después de 20 años viviendo aquí, buscando opciones para comer más fresco.
Infertility. In 2014, males with infertility were found that black seed oil may improve sperm movement, increase sperm count, and semen volume. Boost quality, fertility, viability, count of sperm cells for 2016. How many people do you know are struggling to get pregnant? Want to have a baby? In vitro fertilization methods. Different clinics trying to figure out how many sperms they got, how fast they sperm, are they doing it all? In circles. This is way longer known to be effective. Black cumin seeds have a history of use in traditional Arabic herbal medicine to treat many diseases such as skin diseases, jaundice, gastrointestinal problems, anorexia, conjunctivitis, pink eye, dyspepsia, rheumatism, diabetes, hypertension, intrinsic hemorrhage, paralysis, amenorrhea, anorexia, asthma, cough, bronchitis, headache, fever, influenza, and eczema, just to name it. This is what black cumin seed oil is being used in our biodefense every time you dig it. Around the world to help with all of those conditions. How many people do you know have any of those issues? Did you see paralysis on there? I already know all of them. Black cumin seed oil that took the COVID-19 vaccine shots and you're now paralyzed. Had a trauma or injury. In this paper, we describe the antimicrobial effects of Nigella sativa and its constituents, showing the different extracts and by percentages of black seed oil and the microorganisms tested in experimental models. So this is what they're looking for. That's Nigella sativa in the middle, the actual plant, the flower. You can see here that it has anti-schistosomiasis benefits. That's a parasite. It's anti-parasitic, it's antibacterial, it's antifungal, and antiviral. Here's a table. They're going to show you different doses that are collected from around the world from research studies of black seed oil. What did they find was the result? They tested black seed oil around the world in each of these studies. What did they find it was effective against? On the right-hand side, for the next Pseudomonas and E. coli. It also destroyed Candida albicans, C. albicans, that's Candida or yeast infections. They didn't find it effective against Salmonella, but they also found it effective against staphylococcal infection in mice. So staph infections, man, those are awful. Most people have their legs and arms amputated because they can't kill off the staph infection. You're learning here, black cumin seed oil is biodefense. You should put it on topically on a staph infection and orally. The next study actually shows that it says methanol chloroform extract and essential oil showed significant antibacterial activity against both microorganisms. You'll see right to the left, they were testing staph again and E. coli. E. coli is the bacteria that you make everybody who's vaccine injured developing worse and worse symptoms of biodefense. Black cumin seed oil in it, while we formulated and produced it. Let's look at the next list of what they found. Nigella sativa kill. All tested strains of sensitive antiviral, anticonvulsant, oil scent. Did you know black cumin seed oil is proven to actually reverse seizures? It's an antioxidant, bronchodilation, to improve asthma outcomes, and hay fever and seasonal allergies. It's anti-inflammatory, and it helps improve and balance the immune system. Here's the beneficial therapeutic effects of Nigella sativa oil in hepatitis C virus patients in Egypt. 60 volunteers with proven chronic hepatitis C virus were selected from admitted patients at the hepatology unit. Hepatology means liver unit at the Beni Suef University Hospital. The inclusion criteria, those 60 people they included, they had to have been diagnosed with hepatitis C virus and negative for HBV, hepatitis B virus. You only have hepatitis C. So this is what they did. Nigella sativa seeds and Z. officinale rhizomes, another plant, were purchased from the local herbalist in Egypt. The extracts were made into soft gelatin capsules, each containing 500 milligrams of Nigella sativa and or Z. officinale extract. Group 1, they said, served as healthy subjects. Group 2, the hepatitis C virus, served as hepatitis C virus control. Then there was a third group called hepatitis C virus patients plus Nigella sativa received a capsule containing 500 milligrams of Nigella sativa extract twice daily. Group 4 was called HCV plus G. They received a capsule containing 500 milligrams of Z. officinale extract twice daily. And Group 5 was HCV plus NG. Received a capsule containing 500 milligrams of each extract twice daily. So both plants were put in there. So when you see HCVN, Group 3, that means they got 500 milligrams of Nigella sativa oil. When you see HCV plus NG, that's Nigella sativa oil and the other plant combined, given in 500 milligram doses every day to hepatitis C virus patients. What did they find? After 1 month of treatment with Nigella sativa and or the Z. officinale's ethanol extract, patients exhibited another significant decrease in viral load as compared to the hepatitis C virus control group. You can see here, you can see just how much virus per PCR testing, which has been used for decades, not to identify a respiratory virus, but to look for genetic material which makes up the proteins of everything, including a virus or a venom. All right, so what you'll see here is HCV. After a month, you'll see what was remaining of hepatitis C virus is the bar. So as you go to the right, you will see the first big bar is just the hepatitis C virus patients, and after several months, they still had the same amount of hepatitis C virus. The next one is after a month, or whatever the time period was, after they gave them the hepatitis C virus plus Nigella sativa, black cumin seed oil, look how much lower hepatitis C virus is underneath the column titled DC with the plaid looking color. When you go to the very last column, you saw an even better improvement with both Nigella sativa and Z. officinalis herbs in combination. So I just want y'all to see, they know that this plant is super potent at reducing viral loads in the body, even of viruses they say you're going to have for your whole life, like hepatitis A, B, C. All right, now they're going to continue here in this study reviewing this. The blood concentrations of AFP were significantly elevated in HCV control patients as compared to the corresponding healthy patients. They found AFP, whatever that stands for, was significantly elevated in the hepatitis C virus group as compared to the healthy subjects. Now, in this study, you'll see what that actually means, but you need to lower this AFP level to actually see better outcomes for the patient. And they only saw it lowered when they gave them black cumin seed oil. There you go, you'll see it again. Here's a chart showing exactly what happened to your albumin in your blood, total albumin, and other markers in your blood. All previously mentioned parameters, they note, were potentially improved following treatment with Nigella sativa oil. You can see it there. This is the part of the paper where they want to have a discussion with the audience or the reader. Chronic hepatitis C, they say, is a major global health burden with an estimated 160 million people having it. In this current study, administration of Nigella sativa and the mixture of the two resulted in a significant decrease in viral load and AFP with a more potent effect offered by the mixture. Then they state, Nigella sativa administration resulted in a significant decrease in the viral load, with 16.67% of patients becoming blood negative for hepatitis C. And y'all listen to that. People are told you're going to have this for life. 160 million people are told they have hepatitis C forever. Read that statement. When they gave only Nigella sativa oil, 16% of all those people, months later, they couldn't even find hepatitis C in their blood. That's what's called seronegative. That means they took their blood, ran it through a hepatitis C virus test, and it would not show up positive. Now, just so you know, if you're standing in front of a doctor and they took your HCV test and said you no longer had hepatitis C virus in your blood, you know what they're going to say to you? Even if you were taking Biodefense or black cumin seed oil, they would actually look at you and say you must have been diagnosed before. They would never admit the body was able to eliminate anything or reverse it. Now, we're going to keep going, and 50% of the people that got Nigella sativa alone showed a significant decrease in the viral count. Among these, 67% had cirrhosis and 33% had chronic liver disease, implying antiviral activity. Also, the anti-inflammatory, antiviral, and anti-cancer activities of Nigella sativa have been previously documented in various in-lab studies and in human studies. In conclusion, our findings suggest that the